Hello, Sagittarius. Thank you very much for tuning into this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using Bonefire Tarot by Gabby Angus West. It's a website for Gabby, schifferbooks.com. If you want to see how to spell Schiffer, feel free to freeze frame and use that spelling as you need to, if you want to check it out. Supportive Oracle Cards. Energy Oracle Cards by Sandra Ann Taylor. Websites I have for Sandra are, I believe they're all Hay House websites, but let me give you them. Feel free to freeze frame on that if you want those websites for hayhouse.com. Okay, what do we have for Sagittarius? Temple Path shows up. I don't know how many ways I've shuffled these cards, and I'm like, that Temple Path is like a big popular card today. Whatever you're dealing with, whoever you're dealing with, is resisting the next phase that they need to go into. Ironically, when they stop resisting it, it won't be half as bad as they think it is. But I feel like you're not looking to push anybody into do anything they don't want to. That was simple. Okay. You don't really know what to say to this person is what I'm also getting. You got the throat chakra with the Queen of Swords. Is it you don't know or you don't want to? I don't know. It's kind of like I kind of want to say something, but I kind of don't. I'm not even sure what I should say. It's kind of like, because I'm kind of like, just go do it. Just start it. Just get it done and you can move on. But at the same time, I'm not feeling like I should be doing that. Almost like it's not my place or that I don't think that's going to go well. So I just kind of leave it be. Communication isn't working right. Is it you're not feeling you should be communicating? I feel your energy kind of like not moving, which is really strange for Sagittarius, because you guys are very moving people. Get things done. Let's keep going. Let's get it done. I want to say you guys are one of those signs that, like, if you're not moving, if you have to sit still, it drives you crazy. I could be wrong, but let me know. Like, you usually have to do something. Even if you're just sitting there, you're actively texting or something. Your energy usually keeps moving forward. But in this situation, it's kind of like, yeah, I've done that before with this one, and that has not gone well. That has not gone well, so I'm not going to create an issue or a situation where I don't think it has to, and it doesn't feel like it fits me correctly. By trying to force something forward, it just doesn't feel right to me. I don't feel like I should be doing that with this situation, and I feel like that's what that energy is for you. Kind of like, I don't feel like that's right, so I'm just trying to stay out of it. I'm just trying to not affect it. I'm just trying to leave it alone because it doesn't feel like it fits right for me. And you're being very strict with yourself is what I'm getting. Kind of like, nope, I'm staying out of that. Now, there's a lot. They're asking you for help. There's a lot of, like, they want you to assist them in avoiding the inevitable. They want you to assist them in avoiding the inevitable. Is that right? Okay. They don't want to do it. They're stressed about it. They're resisting moving forward. They're resisting this change. The downside of this is they're pretty strong, and they're strong enough to hold it off for a while, but that's not helping them. And they seem to be wanting you to help them hold this off. I feel like you want to avoid it. The sooner they give into it and lock in and just take care of what needs to be taken, the sooner they face it and just deal with it, the easier it'll get, and it'll just move forward and it can start taking care of itself. It's really not... It's not as bad as they think it is. That's all I can say about that. I'm not saying it's a good situation, but it's not as bad as they're making it out to be. And they're not going to be able to avoid it forever. Once they let go, because I get these cards are complementary. Water and earth are complementary. it will lock in, it'll start being taken care of, and they can move forward through it. And once they start taking care of it, it'll be a lot better. It'll start showing more benefits than they thought there were, because they can sort things out and they'll have a stable place to stand. Things will stabilize for them once they start taking care of it, once they start handling it. They're avoiding it. They really are avoiding it a lot. It's just kind of like, and they're kind of trying to drag you in with it. I think the advice here is, I'm trying to be careful. Take it with a grain of salt. Readings are for entertainment purposes only and all that good stuff. Don't help them with this. That's not, by helping them, that's not helping them. Does that make sense? Sure. Helping them avoid this situation is literally not helping them. That's just prolonging the inevitable. I feel like it's very stressful for you to not help them, though. Very stressful. That's like really hard for you to not help them. I don't know. That's what if this is going to hit, I feel like this is a part of that. Really difficult for you to not help them do what they want. And I feel like the way they're talking about this situation, it's hard for you to not believe what they're telling you, that they don't want to do it, that they need to get out of it, they need to find a way around it. And I feel like you want to kind of try to help them do that, find a way out of it, around it, whatever. But I feel like your inner knowing knows that that's not really going to work here. So it's kind of like, it's not so good if you do, it's not so good if you don't. It feels like a no-win situation. I feel like that's the stress of this. Kind of like, I don't want to leave them high and dry, but I don't want to draw out the inevitable. Literally, the sooner this starts being dealt with, the easier it'll be. I feel like if you try to push them towards it, I don't know if that's going to work either. Because I don't see you being able to push them towards it. I feel like all you can do is stay out of it. Step back, let things play out the way they need to play out. Let them see it for what they have to see it for what it is. They're not going to see it for what it is until it kind of hatches and goes forward. They got to crack that egg, but they're not wanting to. All I get here, all you can do is step back. I'm trying to see if there's any other positive information here for you, because I'm seeing this Eight of Coins, and it's not really telling me what you need to do with this, but I'm getting like, well, all right, I said that, and then it's kind of like, you have other things to do. Try to put this person off. Keep yourself busy. Try not to be too available to them. That's the easiest way to do it. Help them with other things, maybe. Like, stay away from that situation as much as you can. They don't have to know how important other things are to you. You just got to keep yourself busy and keep yourself away from it, and you'll be fine. I feel like that's what the advice is. You got a lot of other things going on around you anyway. Just keep yourself over in those other things. And then it'll come forward, and they'll have to go forward to that next situation, because the temple path showing up in this situation is telling me sooner or later they're going to have to do it. There's a lot of stress. Did I show these cards? Like the temple path with the solar plexus here is telling me this is what needs to happen. It's kind of like the universe is not going to step aside for this. Sooner or later it will happen. One way or another it will happen. They can just postpone it, but the sooner or later, it doesn't have to be later. It could be sooner. Sooner is better than later. They're just not knowing what they're looking at. They don't really understand the situation. They're not understanding their own. Like they don't understand enough of it. It's got to start correcting. Once it starts correcting, there's a lot of information that they're lacking that they don't realize they're lacking. If that makes sense. It's like judging a book by its cover and believing you know exactly what that whole thing's about. But it's almost like they watched the movie version of the book, and they're like, I saw the movie, so I know everything that book's about. I know everything that book's about. But then you read the book and you realize that the movie took a lot of liberties that are not in the book, and the book goes completely different. There's similarities, there's similar characters, but there's major things that go differently, and they need to get involved in this, and they need to get into it and figure out that, like, wait a minute, I didn't know exactly what I thought I knew. I thought after I watched that movie I knew everything in and out of the whole thing. But when I read the book, there's so many differences. It feels like a completely different story almost. Similar subject, but different. It goes differently, noticeably different. Things will go a lot better for them. They have to go forward to this. It's hard for you to let go, but if they're saying let it happen, stay away from it, let it be. Is there anything? Because there's really good things. I feel like that's what this reading's about, letting you know that there's good things for this person, but they have to face this. They have to get into it, and things will get better after that. The trick is just to keep yourself busy, to not upset this person by not helping them. And I feel like if you just keep yourself busy, kind of like, oh, we got this going on, I got that going on, you don't have to get pulled into the whole drama of the situation. Yeah, because this needs to go forward. And again, the universe is saying it will go forward sooner or later. You can help postpone it, but you're not really helping this person by doing that. So, all right, we're just going to leave it for what it is. Hopefully that's helpful. All right, I'm going to shut this down here. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below with the same email. Thank you again for watching, and have a great day.